Hi, everyone. Welcome to the 5K for a Cause Team Hope webinar. I'm so excited that you guys are joining us. This is brought to you today by
Hi, everyone.
By Go
Welcome
Wild Living
to the 5K
and
for a
Thrive and Be
Cause
Whole.
Team Hope webinar. I'm so excited that you guys are joining us.
Sorry about that.
This
Hold on one
is,
second,
brought to you
folks.
today by everyone, by Go Wild Living to the 5K and Thrive.
Okay, sorry about that, folks. I think I was getting a little bit of feedback there. Can you guys all hear me now? Oh. Okay. Can you guys all hear me? Okay. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. Can you hear me? Okay, I don't.
Yes, I can hear you, but there's like now
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay, sorry about that, folks. Hi, everyone. Sorry about that. I am a little bit of a YouTube webinar novice, so I apologize for any issue. Thank you for hanging in there with us. Good evening. This is Ayana speaking, and you guys are watching the, and we have Stephanie on the line from Go Wild Living. I'm going to give her a chance to introduce herself. And you guys are...
Hey, Ayana is coming in twice now. We're hearing you twice.
Okay. Okay. Hold on one second here. Let me try this. Okay. Okay. Let me, okay. Hello. Hi, everyone. Can you all see me? All right, let's try this again. Hi, everyone. Can you let me know if you're having, what was that? You see me?
I see you, Ayana.
Perfect. Let's just start with that. Hi, everyone. So thank you so much for joining tonight. I am joined on the phone here and on YouTube Live by Stephanie Kay Atwood, who is a renowned running and walking coach, wellness coach, and author. And we are so excited because we are bringing you this very important cause that you can train for and get more information about. Okay, so we're going to go through our slides with you guys and give you guys a little bit more information about the race and how you can train to be at your healthiest. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and begin. And first, I'd like for Stephanie to introduce herself. So Stephanie, will you go ahead and start?
Hey, hi everybody. I don't think this is going to work because we're getting. Maybe it's coming through my phone.
I think so. Maybe if you mute the computer, Stephanie.
Mute my computer.
Yeah.
Okay, how do I do that?
I think if you just turn down the volume on your computer so we don't hear it.
Oh, that was pretty easy. Is that better for you?
That is way better. Okay, guys, we got it. Hey, we did it.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, hi everybody. And right now I'm seeing your beautiful face, Ayana.
Thank you.
I'm not seeing the screen, but anyway, thank you for inviting me to participate in tonight's talk, and I'm looking forward to spending some time talking about how people can train to walk or run walk a 5K race. There might be a lot of you out there that haven't tried it before, and Ayana and I think are going to make a great team to work with a great cause as well as bring you into the Go Wow family.
Yes, absolutely. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and try to put up the PowerPoint again. Okay, so here we go. I think that worked. Can everyone see the PowerPoint here? Stephanie,
I don't see it.
You don't. Let's just give it 1 second here. There's a little bit of a delay for you guys.
I see it.
Perfect. Yay, we did it. Okay, so thank you everyone for your patience. We got it. So this is the 5K for a Cause. And this cause is very near and dear to my heart, and I'll share that story in just a moment. But the first thing that I want to do is just tell you a little bit more about who we are. So Stephanie, just would you like to describe a little bit more about what it is about your business?
Sure. Go Wow Living is the logo that's up there on the top of the first page. I am a running coach, a wellness coach, speaker, author, and founder of Go Wow Living, which is really a women's lifestyle site as well as a women's lifestyle program. So one of my main skills is coaching runners, and I've been doing that since the early 2000s. So I was really excited to be combined with you in doing this 5K training program. Should be great.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And Stephanie, I mean, as you can see on the side of her photo right there, these are all the different places she's been featured. She's being humble. She has a ton, like a number of different books on her site that you can buy. And they're all about a variety of really good topics. And she has an awesome number of health and wellness programs. So, I definitely encourage you guys to check out her site when you get a moment, because it's really, and a phenomenal podcast, by the way, too. So just a plethora of information that definitely want you guys to check out.
Thanks, Ayana.
Oh, of course. Shameless plug. And then also, I am a health and wellness coach. We're both certified. And I am new to my business. My business is a year old, but it is going strong. And I'm really excited. I get to coach clients individually, and I've spoken on a variety of health and wellness topics, self-care, and also nutrition related. So I'm very excited. And we're both very excited to come to you guys today about this cause. So now I'm going to move on to the next slide. And a lot of you guys who are on this webinar, you might be wondering, so this is raising money. This 5K that we'd be training you for in October is raising money for the Huntington's Disease Society of America. The logo is at the top there. And if you don't know what Huntington's disease is, it is a fatal genetic disorder that causes progressive breakdown of nerve cells in the brain. And it really slowly deteriorates a person's physical and mental abilities during their prime working years. And it's true what they say, that it has no cure. Okay. And how I'm personally connected to Huntington's disease is through my mom and my mom's side of the family. And so this is very important because HD can kind of think of it like, symptom-wise, it's a combination of like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. So a lot of people, Huntington's looks different in each person, but a lot of characteristic Huntington's symptoms are that a lot of people have tremors, like someone with Parkinson's, and you also get a dementia in the later years, similar to someone who has Alzheimer's disease. And so, and also the personality shifts and things like that. And if you look in the second paragraph on the slide, it tells you that it's called a family disease because every child of a parent with HD has a 50-50 chance of carrying the gene. And so today there are approximately 30,000 symptomatic Americans and more than 200,000 at risk. And so I, being totally honest, I am one of those 200,000 people at risk. I haven't been tested for it yet, and I intend to. But this is an illness that has impacted, our whole family, and I'll get into that in just a moment when I tell my story. But Huntington's disease, it is a very difficult disease when you're trying to take care of someone who has it. And moving on to the next slide, it tells you a little bit more about Huntington's Disease Society of America, for HDSA for short. And one of the things that HDSA does is it's a nonprofit organization dedicated to improving the lives of everyone affected by HD. And I included in there, this is from their website, by the way, the last slide was from their website as well. But this is a mostly volunteer organization. So everybody, there, you have people who are full-time there who do not get paid. And they just simply do the work because they're so dedicated to trying to find a cure and doing the work for this illness. And they provide community services, education, advocacy, and they also help to fund research. So that's a major thing. I'm on their mailing list, and they're always sending out emails about the latest research, of which there is thankfully there is research going on. And so that research definitely needs to be funded continuously. And so they are world renowned for providing health and support to people who have the illness and to caregivers. And they have support groups, social workers, and all sorts of things that help families, and education and outreach. So, and I really, part of the reason why this is so important to me just is because this organization really did save my life. And in moving into the next slide, you guys are going to see some images of my mom, and my mom currently has Huntington's disease. And you'll see a picture of my dad as well, and also my 2-year-old. This is us visiting her at assisted living, and then she's also over here on the right. I've watched my mom. My mom is like she's a real dynamic human being. I mean, she's like the strongest person that I know. And Huntington's disease, it came at it and really surprised us. It came and just kind of out of the blue. My mom was very independent, and then just all of a sudden she started having these tremors in her hand when I was in high school, and nobody really knew what it was. And we all get tremors or muscle spasms, so we just kind of chalked it up to fatigue or stress or anything else going on. But then the tremors just got worse, and they just progressively started, it would be a whole arm that was moving, or it would be, and then all of a sudden it was her shoulder and arm, and then it was half of her body. And and also we started to notice some cognitive decline too, where she was forgetting things, and she was getting, she was easier to anger and easier to stress out. And so, and no one knew what was going on, and then finally it took a couple of family members saying things like, well, she reminds me of mom. So my grandmother. So these were things that my aunts and uncles were saying. She reminds me of mom. She reminds me of grandma, her mother. And and at first when I was in high school, I just kind of, ignored that. But then, when I had to leave college at the end of college and come home to take care of her, that's when we started to realize that we really needed to investigate what was going on a deeper level. And we did some Google searches and just found out that that's in fact, and Huntington's disease just kept popping up. And so for years, I was taking care of my mom solo for about 10 years before she went into assisted living. And it's so isolating when you don't know what's going on, and when you're just trying to do it all by yourself. I was in my early 20s, and I started to get really, really depressed, especially with this component that I might inherit the disease. I have a 50-50 chance of inheriting it. But HDSA provided us with support groups and social workers and just a community of people who understood, because HD is pretty rare, and it's even rarer in Black communities. So nobody knew what it was. And even a lot of medical professionals had no idea what was going on. So to be able to finally go to a place where everyone understood what was going on, and everyone understood my mom's behavior and everything that was going on with her, was just truly, truly life-changing. And it saved me at a time when I was in a really dark place. So I am thrilled to be here in a position to run and support this organization. Oh, goodness. Sorry, that was a mouthful. I get a little emotional when I think about it, but they really are a powerful organization. And going on to that next slide, you have the option of walking or running a 5K to raise money. And it's on October 21st in San Francisco. And what's so exciting is the course is going to be in I think, one of the most beautiful parts of the city, going by the Golden Gate Bridge. And again, you can walk or run. There's some images on the screen of people running, people walking. You'll see, there's a young girl there who has juvenile HD, and she's being pushed by a caregiver. So there's all sorts of ways, like my mom will also be participating in this, and my husband and I will be pushing our kids in their strollers. So there are so many ways to get involved with this. So if you are brand new to walking or to running, never fear, we got your back. We can, there's definitely multiple ways for you to get involved in this. Okay, so with that, I'm just gonna move on to this next slide about why you should train with us. And the first thing is, it really is support for an amazing, amazing cause. You get the expertise of 2 certified coaches. You get to train for your fitness goals. So while you're supporting this amazing cause, you also get to get healthy in the meantime. Okay. You'll also get support for your health and nutritional needs. You know, you have 2 certified health and wellness coaches at your disposal. So we can support you. You know, if you have some health and nutritional needs, you can reach out to us, email us, talk to us about these things on the training days. So these are all, you can also get all of these needs met. Okay. Stephanie has crafted an amazing ready-to-go 6-week training schedule for walking or running. So you don't have to come up with this stuff yourself. Ready-to-go materials, as I mentioned, so you do not have to reinvent the wheel here. And you will be surrounded by a community of supportive, non-judgmental women who have your back. So, and Stephanie's going to go into more detail about Go Wow, but I train with Go Wow. I trained with them before I got pregnant with my 2-year-old, and I'm so happy to be rejoining them again. And every day that I meet up with them, it's just a supportive environment, and it really feels like, you know, non-judgmental, in a space where I feel like I can really grow my fitness. You'll also get one-on-one coaching sessions with each of us, and you'll get regular motivational emails, okay? Because I love sending inspirational content, so you'll get all that as well. Oh, and support from our Facebook group. So now, Stephanie, we're going to transition into Stephanie, you know, with her phenomenal expertise when it comes to training walkers and runners. She's going to go through a little bit more about the 6-week training program. And this is brought to you by Go Wow, her company, okay? And there will be a free link, just for you participating in this webinar, there will be a free link to a training program at the end of this. So just stay tuned for that, okay? And so without further ado, I'm gonna give the stage to Stephanie so she can talk to you about the 6-week training program.
Thank you, Ayana. And what a heart-wrenching story that you have to tell. It really brings it home when not only your mother is struggling with all of this, but the entire family also has to struggle with it and figure out ways to make things work. And so clearly the Huntington's Disease Society has really done a lot and will continue to do a lot. And the small registration fee that goes with participating in that walk on October 21st is very small, and is as I understand it, it all goes to Huntington's disease in search for a cure and in search for support of the families that are involved. So my part in it, while it's not directly related to the Huntington's disease part, it's in support of you who are listening in ways that you can be involved and kind of get double whammy, this win-win-win thing, because everybody wins when we are fit, and everybody wins when additional funds go to Huntington's disease to be able to create that forward progress that's needed. So Go Wow Team has been in existence for since the beginning of 2000, and so it's quite a group, and it's a group of women who are at all levels of ability. There definitely are women who are very motivated, skilled, and want to get out there and push the pavement, but there also are women who come out every week, and they are walkers, and they want to be walkers, and they walk in races periodically, but they're never going beyond that in their fitness goals. This is what they want. This is how they train. This is how they participate. So we've got everything in between as well. We've got a lot of women who maybe start as walkers, but move forward into what we call run walking, and then eventually, if they feel comfortable with it, they actually try running something like a 5K. So this is what we're talking about with Go Wow Success. This is not that you get out there and sprint in a 3.1 mile 5K race and either succeed and feel like, whoa, that happened, or don't succeed and feel like, wow, it was such a letdown. So we help train you, we help provide the camaraderie, and Ayana and I both are very much behind you. As she said, we got your back because we want you to succeed. Keep on going.
Absolutely. Okay, so I'll go to the next one.
Yeah. got to be another one in there somewhere, Ayana.
Yeah. Do you see the welcome to go well?
Just wanting you to see the variety of women that we have in our groups. And it's not like they all have to show up for every training workout either. I want you to know that we have a training plan for you that covers every day of the week. But if you have other options, if you have other things that you need to do on the days when the group actually gets together, then you can talk with us and we can tweak those results so that it works for your schedule. It also is that, like this group that you see in the picture here, they're not all going to show up every week at every workout. They show up when they can, they train when they can, they share the information, the accountability, and they sign up for races periodically. We are a community. We are a lifetime fitness community with some certified coaching in there to make it work for all women who are motivated enough to just show up. We'll do the rest. You have to show up and then you have to move.
Yep. That's true.
Yep. But you don't have to move fast. So move to the next slide, please.
Yep. Okay. I hit. Do you see it? There's a little delay, so let's see if it
might take a couple minutes. Yeah, just so you can see, these are just regular people participating in things. This is one of the races that we have been in. It was a United Nations 5K, and these women just have fun. And as I said, we are a community, so we get out there, we do our best, and we enjoy the physical part of it, we enjoy the social part of it, and we enjoy the time that we get to spend with each other. Awesome. You can keep going, Ayana.
Okay, I went next, so in just a second.
Just changes. So I want to tell you just a brief story about me because the new slide hasn't come up. There it is. But I want to tell you that I did not start off being an excellent runner or even thinking that was the lifestyle that I wanted. But through a series of events that made me say, I am not going to let the lack of training, the lack of opportunity be what keeps me from finding out my full potential. So at a fairly young age, I was lucky enough to be really kind of committed to running to show others that I was capable of running. And when I started off, it was a really short distance, and it moved up to quite long distances now. But the point being that we don't know how far we can push ourselves until we try it. And we don't know that we don't think of ourselves as athletes or as runners unless we actually get out there and give it a try. One of my greatest success stories for the women in the group is when they move from thinking of themselves as non-athletes or non-runners into calling themselves a runner. And that doesn't mean they're running the Boston Marathon. It doesn't mean that they're running races and winning them. It means that they have figured out the pieces that they can get out there on a regular basis and be their fittest. And as I said, that doesn't even mean they need to be a runner. They can be a walker and be a fit walker. And we love that and we support that.
Awesome. That's right.
You can. Yeah. So you can, one other thing in this slide, and it's something, again, that I run into with the women who join the team, is some of them say they don't want to finish last, and they're afraid that they might finish last. And in fact, that will never happen because we will make sure that you are not finishing last. And I guarantee that. So that's an important thing too. You have to have the confidence to get out there and try it. And just because you may think that you're going to be slow and even maybe the slowest, it's not going to happen. We have your back literally and figuratively. So somebody will be behind you. You will not be last. So anyway, that's a promise from me, and that's a promise from Go Out Team.
And you know what, along with that too, I also I hated running. It's because of HDSA that I got started in running in the first place. I wanted to do something that was such a challenge. It was so out of the box to raise money for HDSA. And that was the most challenging thing I could think of. That was was running, because I was like, I hated running really, and I was like, there was no good reason to do it. I remember being a kid in school when they made you run the mile, and I hated it. Like I would, I would lose a lung every time I got out there. And so really, I challenged myself to do it. And it was the good cause that kept me going with it. And also I had already told a bunch of people that I was doing it. So therefore I felt committed. I felt like I had to, but I did it one piece at a time, like I could hardly walk half a mile when I started.
Yeah.
And then I ended up running 13. So, obviously this race is 3.1 miles. So don't worry, I'm not trying to scare anyone. You're not expected to do 13, but it's the baby steps and just keeping coming back. And the community that Go Wow provides is really excellent for that.
Yeah, I have to give a lot of credit to the women in the group, even though the coaching is something that is valuable, and I realize that, and I know you take it seriously, and I do too, Ayana. That I want to know as much as I can about both nutrition, about wellness and motivation, and especially for me, the running part, I've put a lot of effort and time and money into being trained to a high level of coaching.
Right.
I want to give that to all the women who come into Go Wow. And you see a picture here of women. These are not the women that you picture when you think of Olympics, of the Olympians. These are women who have explored their full potential, and they've tried things that maybe Go Wow just helped them get there because we did have the coaching, because we had the encouragement. And then, and this is where HDSA fits in, there's a goal. There's a reason for doing these things and a finite amount of time in which we can actually accomplish it.
Absolutely. Oh, yes.
Yeah. So if you can go on, that would be great.
Sure. Okay. So do you see the next slide? What is included?
Not yet, but I can start talking about what is included. I'm sure it's going to show up here pretty soon.
Yep.
Yeah. So the training program that we are talking to you about that is specific for the HDSA event, which is on October 21st, the training officially starts on September 11th. But if you sign up, then you are welcome to come at any point. You don't have to wait until September 11th to actually join in with Go Wow and join our workouts. And they're informal enough that we will welcome you whatever time you come in, even if it's before the official training starts. But that said, you have several choices of days and times each week when you can join us. And they are Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Sundays officially. And then there are often some other days added in there too, like Fridays and Saturdays. Those are less definite, but the Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday are days where every week we have workouts, and we would love to have you join one or all of those. You are invited. It's included in the training. You can come to all of them and are welcomed. If you can't come to all of them, you are not going to miss out on anything that's going to make you less successful for your race. You're just going to miss out on the community, which is, of course, always there, the accountability, which the more you can get in with us, the better. But you're not going to miss out on the attention or the training plan that you need. The second point here where it says 2 goal setting, get started one-on-one talks with Stephanie and Ayana. I'm not sure about Ayana's talk in this, and maybe you can clarify it, Ayana, but I know that I want to help you who are listening in set realistic goals for your racing. So whatever you want to do, if you are totally new to this whole field and have never walked 3 miles and have never participated in a race, then that's what we're going to talk about in our goal setting talk. We're going to go over what's realistic in that amount of time and make sure that you have the confidence, you have the details, and you have the coaching that will allow you to accomplish that goal. And that's going to be different for each one of you. You are going to have the training group of women of similar ability. So there will be novices in there. There will be mid-distance, mid-level women, and there will be some pretty fast runners, and I'm guessing that we don't have too many of them listening in tonight. But we will accommodate all of those levels. And in fact, on Sundays, Ayana is specifically working with the walkers and will be there coaching you on pretty much step by step on Sundays. And I will be providing either direct coaching on Wednesday nights to my beginner walkers, runners, or I will have an official walking woman leader from our group, from Go Wow, who will be there for you to have the support, the encouragement, and the group company to do the Lake Merritt workout, which is on Wednesday night. And the Go Wow Reflective Pack here, you see a picture of it there on your left. When you sign up, and the first time that we actually meet in person, then you will receive one of these Go Wow Reflective Packs. So they're kind of cool, and they also are reflective. So they show up in the dark if lights are shining on them.
Yes, very, very healthy there, so we don't get hit.
Yeah, and Ayana, maybe you want to discuss slightly what's going to happen with your talks, because I noticed you had put that in the slideshow, but I didn't really know the detail.
Yeah, so what I would just do with you is having a one-on-one coaching session so we could talk about your overall health goals. So what is it? Where do you see yourself going? And so, the fitness aspect is extremely important, but what are some larger goals you have for yourself? And how can your mindset? So I would really, that's the support that I would really like to provide with you. But again, it's very open. It's very up to what it is that you feel like you'd like to talk about. What it, like having a session with a health coach. What are some questions that would come up for you? So you'll have a chance to kind of, think about some questions you'd like to ask, but I'd also really love for you to think about things related to mindset and larger health goals that you have going forward, and how this can be a stepping stone in that.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Ayana. And the nutrition part, too. You and I both have nutrition information that we can share.
Absolutely.
And I know that is an issue for almost all of us. Weight loss, of course, women always think they need to lose weight. But even having enough energy in the day and having extra energy for your training, those are things that both Ayana and I will be able to help you with. So the nutritional part is something that comes along with the training.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. Next slide.
Yep, next slide,
okay.
Please.
So, in case you can't see it, this is the one that says why.
Oh. So, yeah, I can't remember what I put on that one. It looks like it's coming up now. But, why do something like this? You benefit, and so do your teammates when you train together, and it is fun. So it's really a matter of creating that community. And most of us already have communities, but this is one additional community. And of course, we'd love it if you'd talk some of your buddies into joining the program, because that everybody benefits from that.
Yep.
And it really feels so good to set a goal and follow through with it. And that is something that I emphasize with our training, is that people need to set a race goal. This is such a perfect one because it's going to benefit a wonderful cause. It's a relatively short period of time, and it's a relatively short distance. So it's got all of those perfect things in there for setting a goal and being able to follow through with it. And as much as you will get out of the program, you also are giving so much. And that's not just at the end of the program, but it's also during the program when you cheer each other on, and when you get to tell the results of your workout for that day, and when you get to share new successes that you've had, farther distances, breathing better, losing pounds, whatever it is. So those are great lifetime kinds of goals that are happening when you are moving in a fitness direction.
Absolutely.
And it is inspirational and motivational to be around people who are seeking success. Those kind of people they just make you feel good. And then you will become one of those kind of people by taking on this success notion. And so you will be that kind of person for others. It's a win-win situation.
Absolutely. And can I just say too, since I've gotten back involved with Go Wow, the workouts, I notice I do better when I run with someone. And I've actually, like, you know, I have an app that tracks my time and mileage and all that. And I was like shocked that, you know, I ran further and I actually went faster with someone else. So because you're kind of hanging out, you know, and it's like you're just all in it together, and just the presence of other people kind of secretly pushes you a little bit. You know, when I'm on my own, I'm like, meh, I can kind of cut a corner here. You know, I don't have to, you know, I can, I can stop running now. You know, no one's going to know, you know.
You can move on to the next slide, Ayana, but to speak a little bit more to that, it definitely allows people to push themselves when there's someone else with them, because both you want to create that. You don't want to be the one who's the you know, poor sport kind of thing. So you want to keep trying, and it also is so great to see that, wow, you're helping other people and they're helping you. And then of course a women's group, and I've noticed this more with women's group because I've run with guys before too, but the things that women talk about are of course different than if you're talking in a co-ed group. So we get to cover a lot of funny situations, and because I'm older, and so are a lot of the women in the group, as well as we have these young women who are dealing with different situations. But menopause, weight gain, menstruation, running with menstruation, you know, those are things we can talk about because we feel free to be able to go over those kinds of subjects. It's easier with just a group of women.
That's very true.
Now, I'm not going to spend time on this page at all, so you can change it over. But I just wanted you all to know that Go Wow has been around for a long time, and women love being in the group. It is welcoming. It is good training. It is supportive. And because we've been going on for as long as we have, you have friendships. I have friendships that have been going on for more than 10 years. So it's pretty special. In this slide, it says where. So in the SF Bay area, if you are calling in and you're in the general Bay area, we do our workouts mostly in the East Bay. Every Wednesday night, we're at Lake Merritt. On Sundays, we vary our location so that you can learn more about the Bay Area, but we try to make it so that the driving isn't more than about 20 to 30 minutes total. But we don't always meet at Lake Merritt on the weekends, and I want you to know that. Our Sunday runs start at 8 o'clock in the morning, so for any of you who have to be at church, I hope that can fit in. The workouts last about an hour and a half until about 9:30. Between the talk that we have in the very beginning and then actually getting out for a minimum of 60 minutes of movement on the weekend. That doesn't mean you're running that whole time, but we are expecting you to move that amount of time. And then getting back into your car, stretching a little bit, socializing. You're going to be done around 9:30. And then if you can get to church after that, if that's something, because I have noticed that is something that's a concern for a lot of women because of our Sunday workouts, but it does seem to work. And let's see, the other thing is that we can work with you if you want to do something solely online. That I would want you to contact me and also contact Ayana, and we'll talk over the details of doing something online, because that's going to be a little more specialized. Thirdly, this picture clearly is in front of the Golden Gate Bridge, and we will have a chance during the 6 weeks of training where we will go over and do a practice walk on the route that will happen during the official race day. And it's going to start at the sports basement over there near the marina, and then it will be going out to just under the Golden Gate Bridge and coming back. Beautiful area, and you'll have a chance to practice on that, as well as to be in San Francisco in this really gorgeous area a couple of times over that 6-week period between the race day itself and then the training that we do ahead of time.
Can I also say too, in that one, you know, just to back up, just to co-sign what Stephanie's saying, the different places that we go to in the East Bay on the weekends are just incredible. I mean, gorgeous places. There's so many, like, it's through Go Wow that I've actually learned about that I've learned way more about all these beautiful places. I'm from Oakland, but I had not experienced the Bay Area or the East Bay like this until I was a part of this group. So highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's very, very inspirational. You have a very deep experience, going to a lot of these marinas and different places. And then the other thing I just want to say too is that on race day, just another perk, HDSA will be feeding people and giving you breakfast. Okay, so I want to talk about an organization that is worth supporting and that loves people. They will be feeding you breakfast before the walk or run. I think it's right. I think it's maybe an hour or so before. So they really are going to hook it up for you.
That sounds so nice.
Yeah.
And this slide is also encouraging you, even if you're still thinking about this whole process and not quite sure if you want to sign up yet, I want you to look at the training plan. We'd love to have you sign up tonight, and we are going to, if you go to this link here at www.gowowliving.com, it will take you to a link that allows you to sign up tonight. Mm-hmm. That same link will also offer you a free day-by-day training plan, the exact one that we will be using. So you are welcome to just head on over there. We are asking for your email address, so you'll need to leave that, but then it will take you to another page that has the day-by-day 6-week training program for a 5K. So you can look it over with no other obligation. If you also choose to sign up tonight, then that information will be there as well, and you can go through the whole process of signing up. Once you do sign up, then we will be sending you additional information, where we meet our first time, how to register for the race itself, all of that kind of stuff is something that will come after. But yeah, head on over to that website page and find the Train for Hope. What did we call it, Ayana? Is it on the next page?
Yeah, or it's actually there's another slide in between that. But let me.
Okay.
I will go to, just since we're on that, the sign up for the 6-week training. So the slide should be coming up for you guys in just a second. But if you go to Go Wow Living page, that was www.gowowliving.com. There is, in the description of this video, there's a link to that page. So you don't have to.
Right on the YouTube.
Yeah.
On the YouTube,
yeah. So.
And it's also, you can type in gowowliving.com and you'll get there. And there's a post on that page that says join our Team Hope. Mm-hmm. This is the information for you all in one place. It's pretty easy to remember. Gowowliving.com and enter that in your address bar. Yeah. If you want to just head on over there that way. Obviously, you can't click on this link and make it work for you. It's not a live link. Mm-hmm.
And so since we're on, the signing up for the 6-week training, on this slide, you'll see here that so as Stephanie mentioned, this is very, very important. Let me just reiterate the distinction. You can, just because you joined us for this webinar and we love you, you can absolutely get a free training plan, even if you don't sign up for the program. Okay. But what you would do is you go to that Join Our Team Hope, you fill out the registration. And when you're doing that, it's going to ask you to verify your email. That might take maximum a minute or so for that to come back. And what you do is, so you'll have to go into your email, click, verifying that that's your actual email address. And when you do, you'll be able to download the free training plan very easily. Okay. But, you'll also have the option there of paying the $129 for our 6-week training that included all those perks that Stephanie was referring to. So the coaching calls, being a part of the group. If you download the free training plan, that's something that you would do on your own. But, for all of the wonderful perks we talked about, having 2 certified coaches on your side, the community of Go Wow and the women, the various training locations. Anything I'm missing, Stephanie? The reflective bag.
I think you covered it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. That 2-pack.
Yep. Mm-hmm. All of those wonderful, amazing perks that we just talked about, for your super low payment of $129. And really, that is quite a value. And I'm so thankful to to Stephanie, because, you know, Stephanie is world renowned in her skills and in her abilities and in her coaching. And so just, you know, our ability to be able to do this at this price is by her grace. And I really, so I really, really highly appreciate this. And just because she's such an awesome human being and so understanding of HDSA and their mission. And so I really appreciate her for being able to provide this wonderful service for this amazing price. So you get all of these wonderful, amazing perks, which normally would cost more than this, but for $129. And so yeah. Did you want to add anything else, Stephanie, or?
I don't think so, except that the community of women is beyond price. So they are, you know, priceless, and you will become a member of that community and will have the opportunity to stay with us as long as you like. There's no requirement there, but you do have that option at the end of the 6 weeks of your training. And we hope that you might even want to think about training with us or being out there with us on a regular basis for the rest of your life, because that's what this is really about on the fitness side of it.
Yeah.
It's about a lifestyle of fitness and making that something that is a regular part of the way you live every week and every day of your life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This group is incredible. Like that's why I came back after having kids, you know, after I got through the chaos of having children, and now that I'm back on more stable ground as far as scheduling and stuff, it's made a world, like Go Wow has made a world of difference in my life. So I can't say enough about Stephanie and the program. So,
you know, Ayana, it would be great if you move on to the next slide, but I'd also like to say that the age difference in us is also quite exceptional. And I hope that you women out there will take this into consideration, because Ayana's at the young end of things and she's in her early 30s, a new mother. I am now 66, and we have women who are in their mid 70s and who are out there working out with us. And we have women in between, all the decades in between. So you are not going to be the only one. You are going to be supported age-wise, ability-wise, body type-wise. All of those things within our group are supported, rather than the sort of traditional, stereotypical running group that really gives a very different. It's a different group for sure. So we are pretty outstanding.
Yeah, I agree with that. And now, are you guys able to see this last slide? It says to sign up for the race.
It hasn't come up yet.
Okay, so it should be,
at least not on
mine. Momentarily, I assume. To sign up for the race, what you're going to do. So all of this, that the link, the Go Wow link, is to have you guys sign up for 6-week training. And then once you sign up for training with us, you can sign up for the rate. We'll send you directions on how to do that in your welcome packet. And I have to tell you, I mean, like when I tell you that HDSA is a really caring and loving, awesome organization, their registration is only $25 for the race. Now, I don't know how many people have ever walked or run a 5K or other races, but you know, running races, particularly the longer they get, the prices go up and up for registration. So this is a real steal, and because they want it to be accessible to everybody. So registration is only $25, and with that, they're going to feed you breakfast right by the Golden Gate Bridge. I mean, you really can't go wrong. This is kind of a steal. So
it's a great deal.
Yeah.
I wonder why we can't see the last page.
Oh, I don't know. That's weird. Let me maybe give it another second. Let me see if I click again here.
Sure.
So, but if you can't see it, you know, just hear me when I say, let me just say that one more time. Registration is only $25 for this race. And all of those proceeds go directly to HDSA, to the Huntington's Disease Society of America, excuse me. And when you sign up with us, we will help you sign up for that race. So you do not have to try and figure out how to do that right now. All you have to do is sign up with, sign up for our training, and we'll get you squared away. Okay, we'll send you that information in the welcome packet.
Ayana, is this the last slide? The sign up for our 6-week training, is that the last slide, or was there actually another one?
This is the last.
I know there was one. There was one on that showed the training plan cover, but maybe it was before this one. I don't remember specifically.
Oh yeah, it was before. Here it is. I got it for you.
Okay. What I wanted to mention actually is that I'm just calling in on my phone, so I don't really have any control of any of this visual stuff. But we wanted to answer questions if there were, and can that be done just by chat? Is that how people would need to ask questions if they have them?
Absolutely.
So they need to write them in, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So if you have any questions, then for me or for Ayana, let us know by writing them in, and then we can answer them. Or you can contact us, of course, separately, and we can do that. But tonight, it would be great if we can actually accommodate any of those questions that you might have. Is that slide page? Is that available, Ayana? Could you go back to that one? It's such a pretty cover.
Do you see?
No.
Your free.
I don't see it.
It's up. Let me see if I can share again. Let me.
Okay.
What are you seeing at the moment? Just out of curiosity.
I'm seeing sign up for our 6-week training.
Oh no, I changed the slide a while ago. Maybe let's give it a minute. Oh wait, hold on. How did it go back? Okay. Let me see if I can. I'm going to stop sharing the screen for just a moment. Okay. And so you guys are going to see my face in just a second. I believe. Hold on, let me see. Okay, yes. So now it's my face. And what I'm going to try to do, hi everyone. I'm going to try to share again so you can see that beautiful cover, because Stephanie is right. It is worth viewing. So just one moment. Let's see if I can go back to the PowerPoint. Okay, so do you guys all see the PowerPoint?
I see it.
You see it now?
Yeah, I see it.
Perfect.
That's good.
Perfect.
Yeah. And then now it just went to sign up for our 6-week training again.
What?
But yeah, it's such a pretty page, and then there was a final page too, which doesn't seem to be showing up. But I think most people have the details. And do we have any questions from anybody, Ayana?
Not yet, but I definitely encourage you guys. If you have any questions about difficulty, or if you have any physical concerns about the training, any questions about nutrition while you're training, definitely don't be shy. And then if you think of something later, that's always a possibility. You can always feel free to reach out to one of us. Both of our websites are available there, and I'm actually going to put my email in the chat window here. So just one second while I do that.
And you've got a link in the information underneath the YouTube presentation, right? So
yes.
If you have full screen like I did, of course you're not going to see Ayana's extra notes. But if you decrease the screen size, so you're just back to looking at the whole page, and then her notes underneath, and there's a link in there that can take you to the free training plan, the more information on it, as well as the registration, I think, is in there, and lots of useful stuff. So,
and actually, what I'm going to do real quickly is I'm going to show you guys just what that looks like on the Go Wow page. So let me just walk you through that super fast here. I'm going to, now that I'm getting to be an expert at screen sharing, let me just, okay, let me see here. So what you're going to do, oh, first of all, can we just talk about how amazing, I love the Go Wow Living website, by the way. This is This is
Thank you.
oh, it's gorgeous. I love it. The colors are just
You're on
pictures.
there. You're on there too, you know.
I know, because I was on the podcast. Woo! So so if you go to Go Wow Living, okay, then what you will see is this beautiful. I love this image, by the way. This is my favorite one with her blowing out all the colors. But what you'll see is you'll see a bunch of amazing photos, and then you'll also see all of these different options. You are going to click underneath where it says Activate Your Wow. You're going to click Join Our Team Hope. And I think, in fact, the link on the YouTube description, I think, will actually take you to exactly to where we're going. So, you know, you can either go directly to Go Wow Living, or you can click on the link that's on the YouTube description. And then you'll join Team Hope, okay, and train for your 5K, okay? And then you'll click here for your free plan, okay? Oh, all right there. Sorry about that. That was someone's car alarm. So you'll click on that link right there that says click for your free training plan. And then when you fill it out, you'll put in your email address, first name and last name and zip code, okay? And you'll click subscribe to list. And now I have another window that I can show you. So let me, just one moment here. I'm going to show you a different.
Ayana, you're getting so good at this.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm trying. So when you, did you guys all see this? When you go to Go Wow Living, click here for your free plan, you enter your email address, and then what comes up, here, hold on here. Let's try this again. Okay, so email address, subscribe to the list. When you do that, it's going to, okay, hold on. It's going to send you an email, and then when you go to your email address and just confirm that that's you and that's your email address, you'll get a landing page that says, thank you, your free training plan and more. So here's your free training plan. So again, just because you guys are awesome and you joined us for the webinar, you can click on this link up here that says 6 weeks to your Walk for Hope, and you will download it and you'll see that it's extensive. I won't open it because, you know, I want to reserve that. This is a YouTube video and I don't want, you know, you guys who joined us on the webinar, that's your special gift. And then you also have the option here where it says sign up for the training program. And then you click on that, and that's where it'll take you to the 6-week training program with Stephanie and I, okay? And you'll notice you can pay with your PayPal, or you can, I don't know if you guys can all see that. Yeah, you can pay with your PayPal, or you can pay with a debit or credit card. Okay, so you have a couple of different options here. And if you have any questions whatsoever, you have my email address. I'm gonna stop sharing the screen. You have my email address here, okay? And you can hit me up at any time and ask me any questions or any concerns that you might have. Okay, so are there any questions that people want to put in the chat before we close out? Speak now, or, you know, again, feel free to reach out to us. Reach out to me via email, ayana@thriveandbewhole.com. It's in the chat, and I'll also make sure that I put it in the description when this is over. Okay. All right. I think that's it. Stephanie, did you want to say anything to close out?
Just welcome to all of you. If you are having any doubts, please give some strong consideration to how wonderful this experience can be, and what an opportunity for us to meet you to meet us, and to together be able to provide this to a cause that is very needy. Can be, and hope to meet you soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, and I'm so excited. You know, I'm really excited that you guys all tuned in, because this is really, really near and dear to me, my heart, and I think that you guys will also really appreciate it as well too. And I think you'll also appreciate how far you can go in this process. This is such a growth experience, and as Stephanie said, when you have a good cause behind it, it can really help boost you in that direction. Okay, so thank you so much for joining us, and if you didn't catch the entire video, there will be a replay at this link. You can just come to this link a little bit later. And I'm going to put my email in the description so you can email me if you have any questions or concerns. Okay? Thank you, guys. Bye. Have a great night.
Bye.